How's it going, family? You know, as we draw 2022 to a close and we begin to reflect on all of the accomplishments for the Vote Inu community, I wanted to make a video, guys, to quickly go over all of those accomplishments, the heavy hitters, guys, for Vote Inu. We have a lot to be proud of, guys. I mean, 2022, yes, it can go down in history as being the most horrible, horrific crypto time that we've seen in our lifetimes, guys. So this year, 2022, has been one for the record books in terms of things being bearish. However, you would know that if you looked at Volt Inu. Take a walk down memory lane with me, guys, and we're gonna go back a little bit further, back into 2021 when Volt Inu was incepted. We're talking about version one Volt Inu, where no one knew about it. The masses, at least, knew about Volt Inu. No one was talking about Volt Inu. No one even knew what Volt Inu was. But you know what? Voltoshi changed that narrative real fast, quick, and in a hurry. As we flash forward in time on into 2022, guys, Voltoshi set a momentous goal for Volt Inu to not only reinvigorate itself and reinvent the narrative of what it was from a meme coin and to something transformative that will disrupt the DeFi space. We can see that Volt Inu did just that. As we flash forward to 2022, we saw Volt Inu migrate from V1 over to V2. And that was probably the best thing the project could have done. What I mean by that is Vote Enu set a very, very stretch goal. I'm going to call it a stretch goal, guys. He set a goal to have Vote Enu listed on at least 100 centralized exchanges or decentralized exchanges, a combination of both, by the end of this year, 2022. And as we reflect and we look back on this 2022 year, we can see that Vote Enu was indeed listed on not one, not two, not five, not 10, not 50, but well over 100 centralized and decentralized exchanges. Guys, that has never been done by any cryptocurrency in the history of crypto, in the history of the cryptocurrency existence. But Vote Enu, they changed that narrative. So that's a checkbox on the path of success for the Vote Enu project. Now, as we look further and deeper on into 2022, guys, we saw the war over in Ukraine escalate. We saw all of this stuff with COVID flaring back up with all the new variants and all of these things and talks, big talks of a recession and all of those things and the Feds raising the interest rates and the CPI index is just going through the roof. Inflation's just out of control. But you know what? The developers over at Vote Inu and Votoshi himself were like, you know what? We're going to continue to deliver for our holders and future holders to come. And this is what leads me to talk about Voltichange, guys. Yes, Voltichange. That was one of the most epic utilities that the world was waiting for to be released. And guess what? Voltichange came out and Votoshi delivered on that promise. And guys, Voltichange is and was and is, it still is transformative. You may be asking me, Crypto Stream, why is it so transformative? Well, I'm glad you asked, guys. When Voltichange came out, it supported all ERC-20 and all BEP-20. In other words, all Ethereum-based tokens and all Binance Smart Chain-based tokens at launch. That is amazing, guys. Most of the time when these exchanges come out, or swaps, aka swaps come out, they require people to add liquidity. They require people to do those things of that nature, and you got to pay them a lot of money to be listed and all of those things like that to get your project listed. But guess what? Votoshi one upped all of those people. He said, you know what? We're gonna launch all tokens free of charge at launch. We're going to support those tokens. So you were able to buy Dogecoin. You were able to buy Shiba Inu. You were able to buy Saitama. You were able to buy Lilian Finance. You were able to buy a lot of cryptocurrencies that you may have heard of that are popular in the meme token space and tokens that are not necessarily meme tokens as well. Automatically supported at launch on Voltichange. Now, talk about utilities, guys. That is one for the record books. And you may be asking Crypto Stream, why is that so revolutionary? Well, I'm glad you asked that question too, guys, because let me break it down for you. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. It's simple as this, guys. When Voltichange came out, They introduced something that has never been done in the decentralized fashion. Yes, you may have centralized exchanges like L Bank or QCoin or things of that nature that support things like limit orders. Does that ring a bell? Yes, limit orders. That means that you could put limit orders in for buys and sells. You could control the lowest price you're willing to accept in terms of selling your crypto for. And then also that price you want to lock in to buy that crypto at with limit orders and limit sales. That's something that's coming to market here pretty soon, brought to you by Voltichange. Now, as we take a step back as well and look at the things that Voltichange is doing now, currently, at present, every time someone purchases a token or swaps a token using the Voltichange platform, then 0.25% of that token is automatically burned. So, in other words, Voltage changed the game, guys. It changed the game in a decentralized fashion. And what it did is, and what it's still doing is allowing all of the cryptocurrencies that are on its platform to in turn be deflationary. So now crypto is being utilized in the fashion that it was meant to be, anonymously in a decentralized format, and also being deflationary by its very nature. Guys, there is much more to come down the line for Volt Inu, and I am pleasantly awaiting what's coming up next from Volti Change and what's coming out next from our leader here. And I say our, I mean all of the investors and people that are to come for Volt Inu, Voltoshi. Is going to come out with next. Now, one of the things that I wanted us to do is to take a look at what's coming up next, guys, because there are going to be some announcements that are going to be going live here within the week. Some new things coming out for Volti Change coming out within a week, and I'm going to let the video speak for itself because I think it explains and sums everything up just perfectly, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So if we look at this, I like to articulate these things. If we look at this, we can see that Volti Change is gonna continue to transform, guys. You'll be able to add this. Like if you got a website, if you got anything of magnitude where you have an online presence, you can add Volti Change with ease through a widget, which is just a piece of code that you can insert into the back end of your website to allow you to promote Volti Change and actually have the ability for people to execute swaps directly from your website. Let's continue on, guys. So if we pause this here, you can see here, if you're looking at my mouse, you can see swap, limit, and P2P, peer to peer. These are things, the limit and the peer to peer are yet to be implemented into the Volti Change platform, but it's coming here pretty soon. The swap, it is what it is. It's a swap. You understand what that is. Let's continue on, guys. And there you have it, guys. Volti Change coming near you pretty soon with some more improvements. Now, what I want to do next is I want us to take a look at some tweets that came out from the official Volt Inu Twitter, guys, because I think it speaks for itself. And this is going to lead us into the bullish momentum. Yes, I said bullish. The bullish momentum here in 2023 for the Volt Inu community. Let's go over here, run over to Twitter and take a look at this, guys. As we go down here, we can see, let me share my screen here, then we can actually articulate it. There we go. If we go over here at Twitter, we can see that this was released about a couple of days ago because today is the last day of 2022. Volt Inu talked about the widget being released where you will be able to take this piece of code, which is an iframe, and install it into the back end of your website's code. And then voila, you actually have a portion of the Voltichange there available for people to transact, swap their crypto to their heart's desires. Now, what you will also be able to do, which is important to note, is you can favorite your trades. So you will be able to favorite your most frequent trades as well as the slippage and compatibility settings. And once added to your favorites, your trades will be ready in one click. This is what you call a voted trade. In addition to that, you will notice that Volti will be updated with what's called a trending bar, which is burned to trend. So, in other words, it's similar to this. Let's run over here to Dex Tools. So, you see this little scrolling bar here. So, sometimes people can pay to be advertised here. So, like this particular project here is a paid endorsement. But these projects here, sometimes they can be paid, but really it's looking at the momentum of the projects. And that's what gets it trending as a hot pair on Dex Tools, right? So, it's a mixture of how popular the trading action is going for a particular pair, trading pair, and then also paid advertisements here. So that is a source of revenue for Dex Tools. Well, guess what, guys? Volt Inu, Voltoshi, he looked at that. He said, you know what? Why aren't we going to implement this? Let's go ahead and make this happen, guys. You got feedback from the community, and he listened. And this is coming to Voltichange pretty soon here. So, in order to get listed as a trending token or pair on here, you will just need to simply continue to have trading momentum on the Voltichange platform. And so the more tokens that are burned, because remember, Voltichange, by nature of its mechanism, built-in mechanism, it turns every token that is transacted and swapped through the platform into a deflationary token, which is burning the tokens, which is in a sense taking the token out of circulation permanently. And when you take tokens out of circulating supply permanently, that increases the price over time of that token. Now, as we continue on, Voltichange is going to also implement ads. So now you will have an area on the Voltichange platform where you will be able to buy some ad space and advertise your crypto project. And not only that, we go down more and we see that you're going to see some information about token data. So, in other words, let's say if you were looking at Volt Inu, you see here, you will see the token in the data, right? You will see the name of the token, which will be Volt Inu. You will see the current price that is trading for. You will see the total circulating supply of that project. And then you will see the amount of circulating supply going out for the other trading pair that you may be transacting. Now, as we continue to move along here, we see one more added bonus that's going to be coming in terms of an update for Volti Change. It's called USD values and price impact. What does that mean, Crypto Stream? I'm glad you asked. Let me explain it to you. It says here, as requested by many of you, we have also added the US dollar values. That's what USD stands for. You the crypto newbies, so you can know that. Added the USD values of the tokens that you are trading, as well as the price impact of your trade. So, in other words, when you trade, you may have a price impact based on other mechanisms that are involved in the contract of the tokens you are transacting. So slippage can be one. It can be taxes. That can be another. So it's important to know what the price impact is right here. So in other words, if you look at this, this is telling you that the slippage is set at 2%, swapping one ETH to get this amount of Volt Inu. And as a result, the price impact is going to be 0.208%. And then the gas price is going to be 60 cents to the dollar. Guys, as I mentioned to you before, Volt Inu changed the game here in 2022. And I believe in 2023, Volt Inu is not going to stop. It's going to continue to intensify that bullish momentum. Thank you so much, family, Volt Inu family, for your support in 2022. And we're going to see you in 2023 because I believe breaking news is going to come out and we're going to have some more bullish news for you guys for the Volt Inu family. You guys go ahead and click the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and like the video if you enjoyed what you heard. We'll see you guys again in 2023, and have a happy new year, guys.